Hey guys, today I got you guys a PC build that can run GTA 5 on PC, no problem at high settings. And I've been looking into this kind of stuff and doing a bit more research on what the more modern graphics cards and processors are, and how much they cost and how I can put them together to create an awesome PC for you guys. So when I made this PC back in 2013, the parts were from around 2012, early 2012, so this PC is getting a bit old, and I'm pretty sure loads of your PCs are getting old as well, so I decided to get this little recipe for your PC up for you. Now, the total cost of this in pounds, I've been looking this up on some English websites. These particular components can also be found in America, so all you have to do is go on newegg.com or something and search these components up. But I'll put a link in the description for the components in pounds in the UK, so you guys can go check it out, and also search it up on an American website if you're from the US. So the first component I have is the graphics card, and the graphics card I'm using for this build is 3GB MSI Radeon R9 280, not the X version, just the R9 280 gaming version from MSI again. So this one's a 28nm 5000 megahertz GDDR5, which GDDR5 is quite new, relatively speaking, and it also works awesome with modern games. It will deliver good frame rates, so you guys can enjoy the latest games well. So this graphics card has 1792 streams, which is just under double as many as my GTX 660. So if my GTX 660 can run GTA 5 at medium to high settings no problem, this thing should easily be able to run it at high settings, possibly even ultra settings at 60 FPS. So that's a pretty good graphics card to get your hands on. Once again, it costs £153.94. So you can convert that into dollars, or maybe you can just go onto an American website and find out how much you can get this graphics card for. So I'll put the link in the description for the English version. So that's the first component, that's the graphics card. The second component is the processor. So for processor, you don't need to go for anything too crazy. I'm going to go for the Intel Core i5 4460. Now the 4460 is a quad core. If you don't already know, it's a Haswell refresh, so Haswells are obviously the better, the more newer thing out there. My computer at the moment is not Haswell, it's the old Ivy Bridge, so I'm gonna have to get the whole motherboard redone if I decide to upgrade. Whereas the Haswell, hopefully, since you're getting the latest Haswell stuff, it should last you for a couple of years time until they release the new architecture. So this thing is 3.2 gigahertz. If you put it on turbo, it's 3.4 gigahertz, and speed it's 1100 megahertz of a GPU, but you don't have to worry about that because you're not going to be using the stock GPU, and it takes up 84 watts, so I don't think that's too much either. So I'm going to be talking about the power supply unit later in this video. And this processor, not graphics card, is also fantastic. It's been selling really well, and to be honest, I quite enjoy the i5s. There's no point getting an i7 because I'm going to be honest and say that they are quite overpriced, and you're probably not going to have to use them anyway. So for our motherboard, I'm going to be using the ASRock H97, and it uses the same socket as the processor. It uses the socket 1150, so that's the correct socket, and that should go perfectly with each other. It uses DDR3 RAM, and it's got PCI Express 3.0 x 16 brackets, so that should do you good. It's an ATX motherboard, and it supports HDMI, VGA, and DVI-D. So that's a fantastic motherboard for you there. Comes for 70 quid, 16. And if I haven't already listed the prices for all my components, I'll be doing it so in the description. Let me just refresh the prices for you. The graphics card cost £153.94. The i5 cost 150 quid 18 pence, and the motherboard costs 70 quid 16 pence. Okay, so next we have the hard drive. So the hard drive is a Toshiba DT01AC-A200. It's a 2 terabyte SATA 3 6GB a second hard drive. It runs at 7,200 RPM, so it's not slow, and it's a pretty decent hard drive. It's got 64 megabytes of cache. So this is obviously one of the better hard drives out there. It's 3.5 inches, because that's the one that's going to go inside your slot in the case that I'm getting. So this is a pretty good hard drive. It's 2 terabytes, so it gives you plenty of space for games, and if you're recording it should be alright, though you might need to upgrade that. So let's go on to the RAM now, the memory. So for the memory, I'm using a Corsair CMZ Z8 GX3M2A. Wow, these names are really complicated. I'll put a link in the description to them. It's an 8GB Vengeance graphics card, and it's dual channel 2x4GB DDR3 RAM. So it's a performance memory as well, so this stuff should do you good in gaming. Should keep up your what your PC can handle in terms of multiple applications. And this RAM is obviously recommended by many companies as well. I don't think I have to explain this much, because it's almost a standard for gaming these days. So I'm just going to go on to the power supply unit. So for the power supply unit, I'm using a Corsair CXM Builder Series 600 watt hybrid modular power supply. And now you must be thinking, why are you not using a modular one, a fully modular one? Well, to be honest, they're quite expensive, and you're not really gonna have to get rid of all the components anyway, all the wires coming out. So to be honest, this is good for the money, and this should do you really good. The one I have is also a hybrid modular, so this thing is honestly quite good, and I don't think you're gonna need to take out the big block pin cables anyway. And this power supply costs £59.82, and I don't think I told you the price of the Corsair Vengeance or the hard drive. So Corsair Vengeance is £53.99, and the hard drive is £57.84. So I'll put the prices and the links in the description, so you don't have to worry about that anyway. Okay, so the next thing you're going to be needing is an internal DVD drive. So this thing is a basic DVD drive. You're not going to be needing any complicated Blu-ray drive or anything. Not for gaming, not for YouTube. You're not going to be needing that kind of stuff. If you do, you can always upgrade. You don't have to worry about compatibility really. So just get the one I'm going to recommend to you guys is an £11.88 Lighton DVD drive. Works great. I have one of these myself, and I'm going to put the link in the description to that. Okay, so for the case, I got a CIT Vantage 8818B MIDI gaming tower case. Now this thing's pretty good. I mean, it looks awesome, I'm not gonna lie. It has 4 fans. It doesn't have a PSU included, so you don't have to worry about the low quality ones that they supply, and I'm giving you one anyway in this build. So it's an all-in-one card reader and 4 fans. I think I've already told you that. It's awesome, has plenty of space. You should be able to fit the motherboard. It's an ATX case after all, and I don't think I really have to say anything else as far as cases go. This case is awesome. It costs £33.23, and if you don't really use Ethernet, I would always recommend Ethernet. But if you don't use Ethernet, then I would recommend using, I wouldn't really recommend, but I'm putting in my build a D-Link DGE528T PCI gigabit network card. So you can check that out in the link in the description, and that brings, if you got all the parts literally including the network card, your build is currently at £600 and 62 pence. If you did not get the network card, your build is currently at 591 quid and 22p. So that is, I guess, just under £600. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This build should honestly be able to run GTA 5 as a breeze, because this build is quite powerful, quite new, and should do you good. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more PC build videos, be sure to like this video. Be sure to comment in the description for more information and more videos like this. And also I can do these kind of things where I make builds dedicatedly just for a certain game. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed. The gameplay in the background, the first one was Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon's, I think, if I'm correct. It's the Shadow version thingy, free to play on PC on Steam, so you go check that out if you want to. It's a good game. And anyway guys, hope you enjoyed and see ya.